Hey guys, thanks for checking out the podcast. Before we get started, I want to remind you about the very cool bucket list trip I am doing in 2026, the Smitty Learns Irish podcast, where I'm going to do my bucket list, hike Ireland for a year, learn about Irish history, town by town, through the mouths of the pub owners and regulars. Because what's a better way to learn about something you love than to experience it yourself? Patreon.com/we3Smiths, only $3 a month, and thanks for checking it out. Oh my fucking god, it's a lot of intros.
Is that when you said blowjob on the radio?
like 10 times.
I'll tell you the story. I bought 3 microphones, but I didn't pay attention to what I was buying. It's a 3-pack. Oh, I have 9 microphones. What the hell am I going to do? Interview a baseball team? I'm tired of your fucking bullshit, you know what I mean? I'm tired of all of this nonsense that I just want no part of anymore. I'm going to do my own fucking thing. Fuck all of that. What the hell, everything? Seriously, those are the longest fucking intros of my entire life just now. The longest intros of my life. Happy fucking what the hell everything day. Smitty in the Smith hole as we, there we go. There we go. Hi. Happy Monday. April 24th, 2023. Just chilling in the Smith hole. Not oversleeping. And this is going to sound really stupid to some people. I think I talked about it on a talk practice. Fucking my morning fucking routine of my 90-minute coffee before I could do anything. And I decided to start doing the podcast in the morning. So I was like, oh, man, I'm going to let myself fucking sleep in. I'm going to let myself sleep in today and have Mondays be my sleep-in day, and then I can get up and do a podcast in what seems like the morning still. It's 11:30. That was my target fucking time, start time, and I nailed it. But I ended up just fucking around for 90 minutes until the start time, just getting it ready, you know? Fucking, it still feels like the morning, though. It still is the morning. My brain is fucking going all kinds of weird fucking directions. What the hell, everything? Smitty, obviously, that's redundant. You know that by now. What the fuck's going on? A lot's going on. Like the word of the day. That's what we do on the What the Hell Everything podcast. Just fucking ramble along. I like to start with the word of the day, though. The word of the day, where I see if I can pronounce it, and I just took a glance at it, and it's already fucking with my head. I'd like to see if I know it, know how to pronounce it, see if I can work it into a sentence on the podcast. You never know. Could be fun. And the origins and shit, you know. That's interesting to me. If it's interesting to you, cool. If it's not, then you've probably stopped this fucking podcast. Hopefully not, though. Extravasate. Extravasate. I think that's what it is. Extravasate. And I did look at the pronunciation to pronounce it as I was going around the second time on it. Extraviate. Right? Yeah.
Extravasate.
Extravasate. There was an S in there that I was missing. Extravasate. What the fuck is that? Let's find out, shall we? Extravasate. To pour forth lava or the like. All right. From extravasate comes, or extra comes from the Latin exter. On the outside, forms of exter are the sources in English exterior, literally more outside, and extreme, as my Bell's palsy eye is watering. This is a great podcast, Smith. Fuck Bell's palsy eye water. Vas comes from Latin vas or vessel, which is the source of vase and vessel, as well as vascular. Extravasate was first recorded in English circa 1660. The volcano erupted, sending out a plume of smoke and ash as rivers of lava extravasated from the fiery peak. Did I sound like the narrator guy for fucking Ten Commandments? I kind of did. Anyway, I'll see if I can extravasate that word onto the rest of this podcast. Nailed it. Nailed it. Oh, boy. Man. Again, I was just talking about how fucking sleeping in today. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to set my alarm. I usually try to get up around 6:30. It's been a struggle to get up at 6:30 the last couple of weeks just because my hours have increased at the job. And I'm getting out at like fucking midnight, 11 o'clock. I'm not getting home till 1. Getting up at 6:30 is rough, man. I'm trying to pull like the Rock schedule. That motherfucker only needs like 5 hours of sleep. You know, I'm trying to put in some workouts in too, like, you know, because clearly it's not the Rock here. It's more like the fucking, never mind. I don't want to say that and be mean to myself. But my fucking sleep schedule has not been letting me get up at 6:30 was the point of that fucking story. So I've been super tired lately. I let myself sleep in today. I was like, there's no way I'm going to sleep in that late, though, because my stupid brain, my cat gets me up. But I must have been sleeping hard, man, because I don't remember my cat trying to wake me up once. And all of a sudden the sun is the window in the one window I have that I can see out of really is in the kitchen. And it's about, the window's about yay big, about, 6 by 12? And it just blazes into my bedroom. And I'm like, well, it's got to be pretty late in the fucking day to be blazing like that. 10 o'clock! 10 fucking o'clock, man. I gotta get up. Morning podcast today. I had to get this in at 11:30, so it would still be a morning podcast, at least to me. I understand there could be people checking it out after the fact or even on the live stream that it's not the morning right now. But I don't know if being tired or just being an idiot had anything to do with me trying to get in the wrong fucking car last week at Meijer, the wonderful. What would Meijer be considered at least? It's not. Is it a superstore? It's not a grocery store. There's a bunch of shit. It's a giant fucking building, man. You know. What would you call a place like Meijer? A box store, perhaps? I don't know. Anyway, the point of the fucking matter is there's a bunch. Parking lot's huge. I have a Ford Escape, and it's just like the only thing I have against having, because it's a wonderful car. I've never felt the need to have a cool car. I don't know anything about cars necessarily. I know enough to work on cars on a mild level. I was sort of a mechanic when I was in the Army for a few months in Korea. I kind of worked on cars and trucks quite a bit. So I have a working knowledge of shit like that. But most of the cars the new cars, they just fucking look like every other fucking car. The point of the story is I was happy with my car, except it's just one of many other fucking boring ass looking vehicles in the parking lot of Meijer. So when I'm walking up, I look on my phone. It must have been just because I was on my phone. I didn't think I was. But I know I parked right next to a cart corral. I make these notes in my head. All right, you parked next to the cart corral. In this aisle, you're going in this door. And that's where your car is going to be. And that's where I went. And I'm like, oh, that's my car. It's right next to that cart corral. And I'm like, why the fuck isn't my key fob working as I'm getting it right to it? And I'm like, oh, because it has an "In God We Trust" sticker on it. Which I thought was funny. As an atheist, just as an ironic sort of joke. Oh, no, it's not your car because it's fucking clearly the wrong car. But also it had an "In God We Trust" sticker. And I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I posted that on Facebook. You know, just my personal Facebook page. And the amount of people, and this is not funny. I tend to laugh about fucking fucked up shit, but the amount of people that are like, oh my God, you can get shot for that nowadays. And I'm like, I know that I see shootings every day. I've kind of fucking phased out and tuned out from a lot of that bullshit. Where I see it and I'm like, okay, there's another one. Fuck. Okay. All right. It's happening all. But I guess it is the fucking standard now. Right? I feel like it's the standard now where there's so many motherfuckers that are just shooting first and asking questions later fucking because they're pissed or whatever and they just had enough and fucking somebody touched their shit and somebody said the wrong thing. And I was like, I didn't actually try to open the fucking car door. You know, I didn't actually try to do that. I got there and saw that it wasn't my car. I was like, oh, fuck. But, like, if I were to, and somebody were to fucking be packing, coming from behind me or something, or even if I wasn't paying attention, I happened to be on my phone and just happened to fucking try to open the car door and didn't see somebody was in it and somebody got pow-powed, you know what I mean? It's a scary situation, obviously, even if you're the person in the car. But the point of the matter is everybody's just fucking scared of everybody else and what fucking shooting first. What a time to be alive, man. I say that in jest mostly. What a fucking time to be alive. I can't believe he didn't get fucking shot. I didn't feel like it was that big a deal. Oh, sorry. I'm kind of a loud coffee slurper, as I've been told by a ex-girlfriend. You're such a fucking loud slurper. I don't give a fuck about I always make a note to, for some stupid reason, take a look at the weather. What's the weather going to be like locally here in Cadillac, Michigan on a podcast? And, you know, I do have people from, you know, different states, different countries checking out the podcast and things. So, you know, how much of that local news is just going to be like, fuck it, I don't care, you know? But every once in a while there's something, not local news, but local weather specifically. I don't let anybody care. Well, I just like to talk about how it's going to affect my fucking day. Because, yes, I do let shitty weather affect my day. If it's cold again for like another week in a row and going to be cold for like another week, we got such a fucking tease of halfway decent fucking weather. 80s for like a week straight. 70s, low to mid 70s and 80s, man. And it was fucking glorious. You know, I had busted out the fucking flip-flops and the shorts and the t-shirt. And I was like, oh, I just missed you so long. And I'm so fucking pasty. And somebody always fucking says something when you go out in public, you know what I mean? They're like, oh my God, I can't believe how fucking white your legs are. And I'm like, well, fuck off. I've been inside all fucking winter. And then some dipshit will usually suggest why don't you go to the tanning bed? Because I'm not a fucking asshole, that's why. Go fuck yourself. Why don't you go to the tanning bed? Why would I do that? You have to be one of the fucking biggest dummies in the world if you really think, I don't really think you'd probably be the biggest dummies. I'm sure there are people that say that are not really dumb. Yeah, I would say that. Why don't you go to the fucking tanning bed? Is that just such a fucking common like, I'm really trying to grasp why people would think and be shocked that you think going to the tanning bed is like just a non-practical fucking thing. Why would I spend money to go somewhere and get tanned when I don't really care about, like, I'm just inside, man. I feel like I'm beating this horse to death. But the point of the story is fuck off. Fuck off with your tanning bed suggestion nonsense and just accept my white fucking pale ass. You know? I'll darken up as the fucking summer goes on, if I can get outside. That's the thing, too, about being a shut-in in this fucking basement. Working on the podcast. There's no sun down here. I'm working to remedy that, though. I'm working to remedy this home situation. I'm not as happy as I need to be here. Simply because of the commute. Mostly because of this long-ass fucking commute I had that I totally underestimated like a dummy. I just thought it would work out a little bit better. I was being an optimist, which I am guilty of being overly optimistic a lot of times, I feel like. But I'm looking to change, to get some more room, to get some more sunshine in this place, to get some more room for my fucking cat who is being a giant a-hole lately. Anyway, it's going to be cold. That's the point of the story. It's for another fucking week. It's going to be like 40s, and that's cold to me. I like at least 70. At least fucking 70, man. Let's do a fucking, when I say let's, and I have these notes on my, things to talk about. News check. And I'm just like, I don't really want to look at the news, necessarily. I'm not a reporter, obviously. But just look to see what's going on, and what just sparks any sort of, like, I don't want to say outrage, because I don't want to be outraged. I really struggle with, like, how much I want to react to what's going on around me. To interact and fucking get pissed off. Because it's not good for my fucking being. But I also love to get involved and talk shit. And to talk about what's on the fucking, in the world we live in. Talking about that shit is important to me. You know what I mean? Making a stance known is important to me. But there's just so much fucking shit where it's just like, I can't deal with your bullshit. It's the moral to that fucking story. So I take a look at Vice, simply because I appreciate their reporting. Even though, I saw this fucking yesterday too when I was looking. I almost did a Sunday morning talk practice, but I ended up not being able to. And talking about this, the point of the story is gas station heroin, and it was like, what was it? It's some sort of like, it's a supplement called tianaptina. Man, how the fuck do you say that word? Tianaptina. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's gas station heroin, and it's apparently legal. Brands make it, Zaza and Tiana Red. I don't know what the fuck that is. Causing excruciating withdrawals, leaving people broken, even suicidal. And that's the gist of it. Those are just the captions. But I'm just, man, am I glad I've never fallen into that shit. Because I really just try to wrap my head around what pushes people to even just go down that route. And I already know, because I could have easily been one of those people, I kind of had those self-destructive fucking tendencies when I was a kid, a lot, and thankfully just never got into like hard drugs, because I just see, I'm like, how the fuck, it never ends well. And the fact that now you can get things just, there will be people that maybe will say, well, weed's legal. Why wouldn't you have legal drugs or things, or what, Smith, or shit for sale to sort of mimic whatever drug effects if they think they can do it safely, or safely in quotation marks. I struggle a lot with, and I've had people on the podcast talking about this, proponents of like legalizing drugs, even though I'm a fucking clearly 420 friendly, as they like to say. The idea of legalizing things like heroin or something, while I know I can see the benefits and I can see the arguments for it, it's still just something that I haven't been able to wrap my brain around yet, because I've just never seen it. It seems like an automatic death. And I know that's not the case. There's people clearly that have not died from doing heroin, and that have recovered from heroin. But I always just see it, especially fucking meth, man. It's like when you see the before and after pictures. It's like maybe because I definitely felt that way about weed for the longest time. I really did, but I feel like weed's different. I was very anti-marijuana for the longest time, even though I would smoke it once in a while, By and large, when I was a teenager and I didn't, into the Army when I didn't, I was very anti-marijuana, So I can see the point of. I feel like I'm rambling way fucking too much here. I'm going off into some strange. Fuck off with this news check. I'll never complete that thought. Ever. 100%. I will never, ever, ever complete that thought. But hey, what I will do is, because clearly I need to, it's time to partake and your 420 break.
Should I be getting paid for this, boys? Water bomb's so smooth, you don't realize how high you're getting. Till it's too late. I am fucked up out here.
Drugs! All right, 420 break. I usually try to have a couple stories to pick from for the 420 break, but I just have the one. I didn't get as much prep stuff as I would have liked to done yesterday. But in this story out of South Korea, where I have spent a portion of my life, spent 13 months in Korea, and did eat dog while I was there. You know, it was kind of like when alcohol's involved, and it's kind of a when in Rome thing, and you're like, all right. And I kind of enjoyed it. I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. No shit, that's dog, huh? Do I feel guilty about it? Not really. You know, again, a when in Rome thing. I really have an issue. I don't have an issue with people that don't eat meat and any meat at all, and choose to do so out of essentially empathy for the animal. You know, I get it, and I empathize with you that you don't want to kill animals, you don't want to eat animals. That's fucking cool. But people that eat other animals and have an issue with which animals you eat. Sort of like that Dennis Leary fucking thing where he was talking about, yeah, you're a baseball glove. Fucking, oh, you're a seal. You have cute little puppy dog eyes. You can live. But you're a cow. You can fucking make, you can give me a steak and fucking a baseball glove and shit like that. Fuck off. The first lady of South Korea, excuse me. The North Korean first lady wouldn't be speaking any words at all. First lady of South Korea, Kim Kyun-hee, faces criticism from a group representing dog meat farm owners for her recent remarks calling for an end to the country's contentious culture of eating dogs. The group claimed Kim, who is neither a president nor a lawmaker, should maintain neutrality as the role of the first lady is supporting the president. That just reminds me of that fucking Bill Burr bit about... why the fuck is the first lady even talking? Her job is to do nothing. She could have another job if she wants to, probably. Being the first lady, you're not getting paid. But why are you talking about policy or whatever? The point of the story is that the group said siding with animal rights groups, which are interest groups, and calling for banning dog meat consumption is obvious political activity that exceeds her authority. And it just goes on about that fucking scenario. Again, I ate dog, you know, but I also ate dog before I saw the dog farms that scars your being. 100%, man. I played a softball tournament somewhere near Seoul, I think. And I never saw the slaughter or anything like that, thank fuck. But softball tournament. An all-day softball tournament. We won that fucking championship, by the way. Oh, and I remember that motherfucker, what's his name? Step was his name. And we all went out drinking in between games for like 3 hours or something like that. Oh, maybe it was more than that. It was probably like 4 or 5 hours. We all went to the fucking bar, and we got pitchers of beer. And it probably a pitcher in. Maybe asking for the second pitcher of beer. Step was like, you guys, we got a tournament. Don't fucking drink. And we're like, shut the fuck up. And we won that tournament anyway. Go fuck yourself, Step. Anyway, at this fucking tournament, essentially, like the sidelines, the dugout area where you warm up and shit, was right next to these fucking dog cages, man. You know, these giant fucking dogs that are bred for meat. I'm pretty sure small dogs are pets in South Korea, and it's not. I'm sure this is not the rule, but it's kind of a generalization. I don't know how accurate it is, but I feel like most of the dogs that are bred for meat are huge that they breed, and fucking all they want to do is tear your fucking face off because they know what's coming. And fucking asshole fucking ball players on other teams, I don't think it was any of our guys on this fucking tournament, would go mock these dogs. They're fucking just cages, about, I would say, 8 by 8, you know? And chain link, essentially. You can put your fucking fingers through it if you want to get your fucking fingers bit off. But these guys were going up and mocking these fucking dogs. And we're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know? I remember me and my buddy just going, fucking knock it off. We'll report your fucking ass if you keep doing that shit. And, but I mean, I bet you there was 30 dogs in these cages, individual cages per dog. And I still remember them on their fucking hind legs up against the fence and just threatening to rip your fucking throat out. That's all they wanted to do, is just get out and murder us, because we were humans and they knew what was coming. I'm assuming that's what it was. And it was one of the more scarring fucking things. How do I still feel now after seeing that about eating dog? I mean, again, maybe I lack empathy in that area. You know? It's such a weird thing because, again, why are some animals okay to eat? Is it there's an intelligence level, probably, with dogs that makes that off limits. I don't want to eat dog now, you know. But if I went to fucking South Korea again and was in some pub drinking some beer and I'm like, oh man, I'm hungry. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that makes me an asshole. You know, I don't want to see dogs hurt. I don't want to see at all. That would fucking really hurt my feelings. So I probably wouldn't, I guess. I feel like I'm just wavering. Not really picking a side. I don't know what the fucking point of the story is. It's like whaling, you know? Some animals are just too intelligent, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe some animals are just too intelligent, but that's assuming that cows are stupid. And pigs are pretty fucking smart too. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if that's your argument, anyway, that's your 420 break. Let's eat some fucking bacon, chill out, and get our ass back to work, you guys. I'm not going to work. I'm off today.
Hey, old man, I got the fucking munchies real bad. How about you?
Hey. Smoke weed every day.
And again, fucking morning to you. I actually just posted that on the live chat that I had typed out and I had forgot to post it. So if anybody's on the live chat and you want to shoot the shit, please drop a comment about whatever. And if I see it in a timely manner while the live stream's going, I'll try to respond. Try to shoot the shit a little bit, man. Do I have anything to add about this dog farm story? I don't know, man. Again, the thing is, I don't fucking know. Why is one fucking good and why is one not? I don't know the answer to that. Fucking Damar Hamlin is going to play football again. I kind of love that, man. And there's so many people now that are just like, it's honestly the weirdest fucking time to be alive. Because on one hand, we're getting so much like progress and like productive way of thinking as far as mental health goals, mental health, mental health goals is essentially a lot of progress going in that area. But there's a lot of like, I don't want to say institutionalized sort of like push against that. You call that hatred of a woke movement or something. But like Damar Hamlin, you know, you want to fucking be like, oh man, are you okay? Are you sure you should be playing football? You're gonna, are you not worried about getting hurt or anything like that? And like, what did he say? He said the doctor cleared him to play. I think he actually said he's going to take that shit day by day. But I love the fact that, like, you're taking steps to get over the fears. It's like the trigger thing, you know? I got triggered. Don't say those things, you know? You know, I don't want to be triggered playing football and think about fucking having a heart attack or something like that. Like, this is not probably clearly not the professional psychological fucking opinion, but I feel like there's something to facing your fears and doing it. And once you do it, it gets better, you know? That's gets easier to do. And you lose those triggers by doing that. You know, like I use this podcast for fucking a good example, you know, where I was scared of like going live and being nervous and things like that. And I would be like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's clearly not the same thing as Damar Hamlin having a fucking heart attack. But the point of the story is you got to face your fucking fears, man. That's really, I mean, that is the huge trigger argument to me, where it's like, I understand there's trigger words. I have trigger words. My trigger word is hobby. Fuck off with that hobby word. But it's on how you respond to the trigger. You can either go, or fuck off. You know what I mean? I choose the fuck off route. You know? You got to build up that inner fuck you to defend those triggers, you know? to ward them off so you don't have them anymore. You know, get rid of those fucking triggers. That's the way to go. And I was fucking 100% stoked to see that I hit 2,000 subscribers. I just saw that I hit 2,000 subscribers a couple days ago. Holy fucking shit. Facebook memories popped up and it was like, holy shit, I just hit 200 from 2 years ago. I got 100 subscribers pretty much when I announced I was going to leave radio and just focus on the podcast and the Smitty Learns Irish thing and then just bartend to make ends meet until the 2026 trip. And I didn't even really expect to get 2,000 subscribers ever, or even really 1,000. I hoped it would. I hoped I could. But I was like, I honestly don't think I expected it. And I have 3 years to go on this thing, and I've hit 2,000 subscribers, enunciation, Smith. And I'm like, man, it's more realistic now, this goal. This goal has never been more fucking realistic, man. And I fucking love it. 100%. I love that it's like I can almost grab it, and I can see it. Makes me happy. I fucking mentioned I went full-time at Turtle Creek, and it's not even that I went full-time. It's that I sort of embraced and accepted, like, not a leadership role, because I'm not a manager, but I'm the most tenured bartender now there in that department. I've been there almost a year now. You know, the last couple bartenders are not there anymore. And I was the only one. We just hired another guy on, and I was training him, and he's probably already better than me. But, like, I worked there 20 years ago. 21, 22? Well, 2001 was when I was not there anymore. So 22 years. And, you know, I loved working there. I had met so many of my great friends work there, you know. My buddy Scotty is the food and beverage director there, and I was the best man in his wedding. He was in my wedding, you know. Met so many fucking great people when I worked there before, and that's what I liked about it, was sort of the fucking group of people. And it's like that again, man. I'm not crying. I just have, like, Bell's palsy watering eye, and it's the morning. But I have embraced being back there. I was kind of, when I had to go back there part-time, when things went south last fucking summer with the, what was the name of that saga? Dude, Where's My Lease? I'm like, fuck, I gotta get a fucking job, you know? And I was like, fuck. Not that I was considering it regressing. I did at the time. Because I ended up living with my parents for a couple months until I fucking got this place. But it felt like a regression, you know, like, I don't know why. It just felt like it, you know, because I worked there 20 years ago and I started smoking again. And that's when I started being like, oh, I guess I'm regressing again. But I've really embraced it now, being full time and being like part of the team sort of thing. And honestly, it has fucking helped me in like all the other aspects of my life as well. Just trying to run this very small internet business, you know, and trying to be more organized and trying to learn how to do different things and trying to push myself forward all the time. And being full-time at the casino and doing what I'm doing and in charge of the bar pretty much. One of the people running the bar. You know, I'm having to make myself be involved and I'm having to make myself be organized in that aspect, you know, in that aspect. And it has fucking just absolutely given me so much more confidence on the podcast because I'm able to fucking do shit. I'm able to do shit, you guys. Fuck in A. This is going to be a quick podcast today because I do have an appointment coming up. And that was one of the downsides of, oh, you know what? I did want to share this story. I do have a few minutes. This is really funny. I just thought of this the other day and I posted it on my personal Facebook page. I was thinking about when I was in 5th grade and how this is really just a giant metaphor for my whole life, right? Go about it innocently enough. But poor judgment sometimes will just bite me in the ass, you know. Where I have my teachers always said, "Boy, you have a lot of potential." I was in 5th grade, and it was the last day of school, and I'm like, you know what'd be fun? I just thought it would be fun to have a fucking water balloon fight on the last day of school with all my classmates. Let's have a water balloon fight. Apparently that can get you into fucking detention. Because I think I remember I brought this giant bag, and I'm pretty sure I filled them all up before leaving the house like an idiot. And my mom doesn't remember this story because, again, I posted it. My mom doesn't remember this story. So clearly she doesn't remember me bagging up all these fucking water balloons, full water balloons, in this backpack that I was lugging around. I don't even think I got a chance to throw them. I may have. But again, that got you thrown into detention. And I just remember fucking sitting there going, God damn it. This day is dragging on. I'm in detention. It's the last day of school. Damn it. Looking back on it, I'm like, it was kind of a fucking asshole move to put you in detention, you know, as the administrator. Like, you didn't have to do that. But you're an asshole. But the fact was, excuse me, the moral of this story is, because this is a metaphor for my entire life, is that I won while getting out of fucking detention. I had to go collect all of my shit at the end of the day from the classroom, all the paperwork, all the awards. There was an award ceremony where I won, most likely to succeed. And I missed the award ceremony because I was in fucking detention. And I don't remember if I really understood what that meant when I looked at it, because he got voted most likely to succeed, you know? That's a fucking cool thing. I don't know if that meant, I really don't know if I knew what that meant when I was in 5th grade. I kind of realized it after the fact, I think. Oh, okay. Because I was in such a rush to get all of my shit, and I played the cornet, and I was getting late for the bus. That's how late I was getting out. They let me out of fucking detention late so I could go to the class, get my shit, and run back to the bus. And I had my fucking cornet case running out in front of me when I tripped and speared myself in the fucking sternum with that fucking coronet case. And remember just laying there going, like I was having a fucking seizure. I still made it on the bus, though, in tears, because I had fucking detention, and I speared myself in the goddamn guts. and I won most likely to succeed. Oh, that shit's fucking funny to me. Honestly, you know? One day, I will not sabotage myself. I don't sabotage myself, but I don't go out of my way necessarily to... it takes me a lot of fucking baby steps to get better, you know? I could take quicker avenues, but I like doing shit the hard way, apparently. Anybody on the live stream? Not today, and that's okay, but hey, we got a bunch of views, so anybody that checked it out, I appreciate you. And what do we got coming up? More reactions. I'm going to be doing some Rock Radar stuff tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a couple albums, I think, this week I'm going to record. I have my reactions to episode 6 and 7 of Last of Us done and edited, and will upload probably any day. And then a bunch more editing. I'll get a movie reaction in there, too. And, of course, the Patreon page. You want to support the Patreon page or support the journey. That's $3 a month is base. You can get up to $5 a month if you want. And that includes live sets and movie reactions. I'm going to change the tiers that I had set up a little bit so it'll be a little more affordable and get all the stuff out. And you guys, this was a fun podcast. And I appreciate you. Thank you.
So long, sucker.
Good night, everybody!
I'm so sorry for everything that has happened.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you guys there.
By the bar and get your face, huh? Get me paid, bitch! Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog. I love y'all very much. Peace out!
Good night, ladies.
What the hell?